All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, Be Smart Around These Women. All right. It's going to be entitled, Be Smart Around These Women. Now, I got inspired to do this lesson because I uploaded this video a couple of days ago, and it was about Kel Mitchell, the star from Kenan and Kel and all that from back in the day. And he just did an interview or a podcast with Shannon Sharpe. And within the video, Kel revealed that when he was with his ex-wife got pregnant twice by other men. All right. I don't know if it's by the same man or she got pregnant twice by two different men, but either way, she got pregnant by somebody else other than him, and he said within the video that he stuck around. All right, and you can see the expression on Shannon Sharpe's face, because when you hear it, he's gonna be like, "Oh man, come on, Kel, you stuck around," and you can see it on the Kel's face. Kel trying to laugh it off and everything like that. And he's going to pretty much blame it on the situation that he was in back in the day or his age or whatever the case may be. All right. But pretty much, man, this video ain't got to be nothing too deep. But, it could just be a lesson learned. All right. Because there's a lot of dudes out here that's still playing the simp card for these women, man. Just for the simple fact that when they finally find a woman that they can, be intimate with, they can quote unquote take care of or whatever, they don't want to let that go because it probably took them a long time to find that. They probably didn't even man up, they probably lost all of their manhood. They didn't man up and try to better themselves or whatever before finding her. So when they finally found her, they just stuck around with her and pretty much did whatever she wanted just to keep her happy. All right, the scriptures tell us to gird up our loins like a man. All right, when you come into this truth, you understand that you are above the woman. Point blank, period, man. All right. You are above the woman. And then you understand that you have to finally get to that point where you got to man up. You just got to man up, look in the mirror and tell yourself like, look, man, we ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time to be a simp out here. Especially in this day and age, man. If you're really that thirsty just because you want to pretty much have sex, because that's all it is the majority of the time. Dudes finally find a woman that they can have sex with and they don't want to let that go. Man, the way that these women operate these days, it's not that hard to get that. It's not hard to get that at all, man. It ain't like how it was back in the day where you had to sing and harmonize. You had to do all of these different things, man, in order to finally get her in the bedroom. If it's that serious, man, you need to look in the mirror and tell yourself, like, look, I need to do something else. All right, you need to do something else. Like I said, there's a lot of dudes out here that's getting these women pregnant on purpose. There's a lot of dudes out here that's allowing these women to run their lives, control them. You got to step out of that, man. A lot of dudes are falling for the okie doke, and they got to stop doing that, man. But before I, continue speaking, let's go ahead and play, this short clip. This video is 5 minutes, but we ain't gonna play the whole thing. We're just gonna play the main part. And luckily it's at the beginning. So let's go ahead and play it. Then we'll grab a few scriptures.
She had gotten pregnant, other things, and it just got to a point.
She had gotten pregnant again?
Yeah.
While y'all together?
Yeah.
And it wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me.
Ah, come on, Cal.
It wasn't me.
And you stuck around?
Yeah, I stuck around. But here's the thing. These were things that were being revealed.
She telling you this? No. How did you find this out? I want to know how you found this out. You read a letter, you got it through the phone?
Yeah, okay. All right, so how that one went, there was a thing where we weren't having sex anymore, and we weren't doing anything anymore.
No, you weren't having sex. Clearly she was.
Yeah, and just because of I knew what was going on.
Right.
And I was like, yo, what is even happening? You're not coming home. You're not doing all these different things.
And y'all man, she not coming home.
Yeah. But then this was, back then.
Yeah.
We praying for her now. It's all good.
Yeah.
But this was the process of what I was going through.
Oh, yeah.
And so now as this is going on, there was a time, get some more soda.
Now I need something stronger than soda can. You telling me that right here?
Go ahead, brother.
I mean, you had one,
Yeah.
you reported that, but that wasn't yours. She told you, you didn't know.
Yeah.
You had one of your own, and she.
Yeah, well, yeah. There was a situation where there was a guy, you know, and I had a feeling, you know what I mean, that she was
Do you know him?
talking to somebody. It was one of her friends that must have come over, right? And you know, I was working a lot, you know what I mean. So it was one of those situations, and so I was dropping off the kids, you know, and you know, didn't go to work, and you know how I go. And so one day I decided where it was like, yeah, I'm gonna take the car and just kind of like go searching where she might be, because she didn't come home. And so I got in the whip, went driving around, saw her whip, looked up at it, you know, and I saw it, and I said, hotel. I was like, yo, okay, this is a car at the hotel. I go to the lobby, you know what I mean? I go walk into the lobby. Turns out dude just go walking down the lobby, about to go to the car, you know, my car, and then she was driving, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, okay, what's up? Take me upstairs. Take me, let's go to the elevator, let's go together. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? We go up, we don't need to fight, let's go.
Yeah.
Because I already know what it is.
Right.
So we go up, of course she's surprised, oh, you know, within the room. And, you know, we walk in, you know, I walk in there and I'm just like, hey, okay, so this is what's going on. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? All right, this is what you're doing. Okay, so, and I walk out, because I'm like, I'm not about to fight over something like that.
She already made a decision.
Yeah, you made your decision, you already been with it.
Yeah, so, you know, anyway, you heard what happened and everything. You know, he already said, you know, he had suspicions that, you know, she was already fooling around or whatever because her behavior was changing. She wasn't coming home at the certain times that she usually would come home. She was acting different around them and everything, so forth and so on, man, all right? And, you know, he allowed this to go on because, like you heard at the beginning of the video, she got pregnant twice, more than once, and he stuck around, man. And the reason being is because a lot of these dudes feel like that they need to just give the world to whatever woman that's around them, man. They feel like they just need to do whatever it is that's necessary to make them happy. And they feel like they just need to forgive them no matter what, because they feel like, oh, you know, everybody makes mistakes. No, man, that ain't how this go. That ain't how this go, man. Ain't no way that you should be sticking around with a woman who got pregnant more than once. You done got to the point where you was with her and you knew that she was with other dudes, she got pregnant, and you still stuck around. But that one incident though, when finally she didn't come home on time or whatever, you just decided to go out driving, and then you're like, okay, let me see what's going on. You caught her in the act and everything. Now you're like, okay, I ain't dealing with this no more. It should have been cut off a long time ago, man. A long time ago. And like I said, man, this is why you got to be smart around these women. All right. Don't tell them everything about you. Don't be giving them money. All right. Because that's one of the first things that they look for. You see all of these different things that's going around. Oh, if you don't, if you take me to the Cheesecake Factory, or if you do this, do that, you ain't worthy enough. I need somebody that makes six figures, got a 6-pack, 6'5", got whatever it is that she looking for, and she ain't even look like shit, man. She obese as hell, no hair, baby daddy drama, kids everywhere, all kind of things, man. And even if she not obese, she may look like a model, she's still looking for the money. She's still looking for somebody that's gonna take care of her, so she don't have to do anything for herself. So you got to be smart around these women, man. Point blank, period. Because you got to remember, they living over here in America. This Western mentality has destroyed the majority of these women, man. Point blank, period. So you gotta be smart. You gotta be safe around here, because, hey, man, they'll throw you for a loop, and next thing you know, you caught in situations and you over here sipping in like Kel did. Ain't no way, man, you was stuck around after something like that, man. Multiple men and skeeted all in and everything. You know, Salakia for my language, and did all of these different things, man. Got her knocked up and you still remain. Come on, man. No. This ain't how that works. Hold on, let me click on it. There we go. So we're going to get to Rock chapter 25 and go to verse 21. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. All right. This is one of the main things you should remember, because just like the scriptures say, a man loves nothing better than the beauty of a woman. And that's true. You know, you walk outside, you at work or whatever, you see a woman and she look good, you'll drop everything and just so you can look at her. You'll drop everything just so you can look at her. Just like Cat Williams said in one of his stand-ups, he was like, man, look, you see a woman with a fat ass, you around your boys or whatever, man, you'll stop and you'll call the whole group and be like, hey man, come look at her, man. And they'll stop too, just so they can go look at her. All right. So that's just in our nature to be like that. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, this gets a lot of dudes caught up in the mix before things even happen. Because now they thinking to themselves, oh, if I do this, if I do that, man, she gonna want me. She gonna, let me come over and this and that. Next, one situation leads to another situation. Then the next thing you know, you in a situation that you don't even want to be in no more, man. Because instead of you figuring out what type of woman she is and what she's all about, you immediately just went to, I'm gonna give her the world type moves. Can't be doing that. So read it again. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for her pleasure. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. That's right. This is why the woman was created. She was created to be the helpmeet. She was created for the man, not the other way around. All right. The woman was created to make sure that her husband is always good. If she doesn't do that job, then the husband can fall, man. Like it says right here, weak hands and feeble knees. The husband can get in all kind of stress, get to the point where he want to argue and shit, man, because she's not doing her job. And that's the thing that's going on over here in America a lot, because of this feminism movement that's going on, man. All right. So verse 24 says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. That's right. Women are supposed to be in the house, taking care of the children, taking care of the crib. She's supposed to be a mother. Cardi B said that along, a couple of years ago, when she realized the industry wasn't all what she thought it was going to be. She was like, man, I just want to be a mother. But, she in the industry, and the industry got her ass, so it's a wrap. But yeah, women are not supposed to be allowed to be going about doing what they want to do every single damn day, man. Because that's one of the main things that you always hear from the majority of women. You always hear them say, let's go out somewhere. Let's do this. Let's do that. They never just want to sit their ass down, man. Always got to do something. No, stay in the house where you belong. All right. Verse 26, it says, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. This is one of the main things that you always got to remember. If she doesn't want to follow your role, she doesn't want to follow your order, let her go, man. That's how it got to be. That's how it's supposed to be. If she's not trying to follow who you are, she's not going to be a helpmeet. She's not going to be anything or any type of aid for you, man. Because she's going to be thinking about herself, and she's going to be thinking about other things instead of thinking about what you are all about. All right. So she don't want to go about the way that you want to go about. Leave her alone. That's what Kel should have did a long ass time ago. But like I said, a lot of these dudes out here would follow the woman's lead, and that gets them into a lot of trouble, man. A lot of trouble. We got to bring this out. I brought this out in the video when I uploaded it. But you always got to bring this out because it's written. So we get 1 Ezra chapter 4, start at verse 20. Hold on. Okay. And it says, a man leaveth his own father that brought him up and his own country, and cleaveth unto his wife. He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, and remembereth neither father nor mother nor country. By this also you must know that women have dominion over you. Do you not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? Yeah, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the sea and upon the rivers, and looketh upon a lion, and goeth in the darkness, and when he has stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. This is the type of mentality that dudes are in today. That's the same thing that Sexy Red said when she was like 15. She said she had a boyfriend or whatever, and she was like, it was the cutest thing ever because he went into a store and robbed and stole something from her. I forget what it was, but he did that just so he could win her affection, man. And they were young as hell. And that's what you see a lot of days now. You see a lot of dudes play the simp role. A lot of dudes will get into fights. They'll steal. They'll stick around in a relationship even if the woman is wicked. Just like there's a few videos I saw about a week ago. What was one of them? Another one was a dude was in a relationship with this female, and it was the dumbest shit ever. He was like, yeah, we're in a relationship, kinda. He was like, I'm in a relationship with her, but she's not in a relationship with me. She's single, but we are together. That was the dumbest shit I've ever heard. So pretty much this dude simped so hard to the point where he was just like, look, I'm gonna be with her, but she's not gonna be with me. And he's cool with her going around and being with these other dudes, but he has to be the one to stick with her while she's doing all of that garbage behind his back. And well, not even behind his back, it's well known. He over here sticking around. There we go again, sticking around with that woman. And there's the same another video that was pretty much the same thing that Kel did. A dude found out that his woman cheated on him, and then he went back to her. He was like, man, you know what, I forgive you. He was like, man, it hurt me a lot. He said it hurt me a lot. I could feel it all in my chest, and it felt like a car crash or something like that. But he was like, man, I understand or whatever. I forgive you, and it is what it is. And she ended up getting pregnant too. And she all up in the video talking about, yeah, I want him to be a part of this baby's life. And he like, yeah, I got to be a good father figure. Come on, man. Come on, man. The thing is, too, a lot of men are actually afraid of these females, man. That's what it is. They're afraid of them. You see all of these videos that's going out with these females getting weapons, fighting them, breaking their cars, breaking into houses, acting crazy in public. A lot of these dudes realize that, they can get in that situation. They just pretty much be like, fuck it, I don't want to have nothing happen, so they just deal with it. Man, you better dig deep and find out within you. Like I said, to man up. Man up. That's like Cat Williams said again. He said, when you was with that woman, you was laying with her, you was pretty much, going in on her. And then you heard her scream out, banana cream pie. He was like, what this bitch just say? And then he said, man, you ended up getting banana cream pie pregnant, and now you mad. You like, you knew this bitch was crazy before you even, before that even happened, man. So this is why you got to be careful on who you dealing with, man. All right. Verse 25, it says, wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. All right. Men have done all of these things. They died, made mistakes, went against the Lord for that woman. All right. They did all of these things just for the simple fact that they just got drawn into that beauty. And they just can't let it go, man. You got to remember, they're the ones that's supposed to be running towards you. And that's going to happen on this side too. Isaiah 4:1. The women on this side, they're going to realize that, hey, you are the prize. Especially if you're part of the elect, man. They're going to realize that you are the prize, all right? Let's go back over here, man. Let's get 1 Corinthians. We're going to get 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Oh, come on, man. Damn, did I mess it up? Hold on. Salakia. We're going to get 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Then we're going to go to verse 29. And it says, "But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none." Remember that, man. If you have a woman and you in this truth, you should still, live as if you don't even have her. All right. Of course, while you with her, you take care of her. You do, because like the scriptures say, if you get a woman, you're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to love her. Do all of those different things, man. All right. If you in a relationship and y'all got a real close connection and you realize that everything is going well, do what you're supposed to do. All right. But at the end of the day, though, you're not supposed to allow a woman to distract you from doing the work, from doing what's right by the Lord, so forth and so on. You got to be as though you didn't even have one. Because if you didn't have one, guess where the majority of your attention would be going, or what you'll be thinking about the most? The truth. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. So you always got to maintain that balance, all right? Verse 30, it says, "And they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passes away." All right? This type of mentality is going to pass away, man. And this is why we grooming ourselves now to become kings, rulers, princes, all right? We getting ready to rule the earth. And when you have that ruler class mentality, you definitely going to look at the woman as a second class citizen. Point blank period, man. Just like in the movie 300, when the dude's wife came over while they was over here having a conversation, the dark skinned dude, he was like, "You gonna allow this woman to come up in here while we talking?" That's how it's gonna be, man. They're gonna realize that they are second. The scriptures tell you the order. It tells you first it's the Most High, then it's Yahweh Shai, then it's the man, then it's the woman. That's it. There's no equality when it comes to gender, all right? None at all. Let's get Revelation 14. We'll get Revelation 14 and go to, we just start at the top. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. It says, "And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And he sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High." Now, when you read verse 4, this is not speaking about actual women, all right? This is speaking about the different religions, different philosophies, the ways of life, the ways of this world. They wasn't defiled. They wasn't seduced by the things of this world, all right? And that's why it says women, because that's exactly what women does to you. They seduce you. All right, you see a pretty woman or whatever, and you just out and about, and if the woman wants something, they'll roll up on you, have the perfume on, hair looking good, and the face is nice, body is right and everything. They'll talk to you in that soft tone or whatever, and touch you and all kind of shit. It gets you to the point where you get interested real quick. You don't think about nothing else. You get to the point where you become weak and you just follow her lead, and you get her what she wants. But in this scenario right here, it says, "These are they which are not defiled with women." All right, the elect are not going to be blindsided, or they're not going to be in a situation where they're going to go away from Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. They're going to realize the truth, and they're going to make sure that they're doing what's right by the Lord. They're going to leave these different religions alone, and guess what? They're going to definitely leave these different women of the world alone. Okay? You got to make sure your mind is focused. You got to make sure that you on point at all times, man, at all times. Let's get one last scripture and close it out. We're going to get Wisdom of Solomon. Let's go here. Get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. And we're going to go to verse 22. And it says, for wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me. For in her is an understanding spirit holy, one only, manifold, subtle, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, loving the thing that is good, quick, which cannot be letted, ready to do good. You got to remember, wisdom is the number one woman that you should be seeking right now. All right. Wisdom. That's the woman that you want. I hear Apostle Gabar and Apostle Tahar say this all the time. Sophia. All right. This is the woman that you should be trying to get every single day, man. This is what's going to help you grow. And this is what's going to help you be smart. Verse 23, it says, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things and going through all understanding, pure and most subtle spirits. All right. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High, and the pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into hers. All right. When you get this wisdom, you move correctly. That's why it says, for wisdom is more moving than any motion. When you get this wisdom, man, you start getting to a better understanding. You start to understand exactly what type of way you should be operating out here, man. Then, of course, you know, the wisdom with the scriptures, you know, the Holy Spirit comes upon you. Then the next thing you know, you're thinking about what you should be doing every single day as far as becoming a better person, especially a better man. All right. Verse 26, it says, for she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High and the image of his goodness. And being but one, she can do all things. She can do it all, man. Whatever type you like it, the wisdom got you, man. It says, remaining in herself, she making all things new, and in all ages entering to holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets. And that's what we striving for, to be friends of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, part of the elect. It says, for the Most High loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. For she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all the order of stars, being compared with the light, she is found before it. For after this cometh night, but vice shall not prevail against wisdom. All right. So this is the lady. This is the woman that you should be caring for every single day. As soon as you understand that, everything else falls into place. You ain't got to worry about making mistakes. This shouldn't even be a mistake. This should have just been as soon as you would have found out, first of all, that she was already cheating, should have just cut her off right there. You know, if this was the ancient days, you know, shit like this wouldn't be going on. You know, I always remember Elder Malcolm saying that at one of the camps a while ago. He was like, man, look, if the law was still in effect, a lot of people out here wouldn't be committing adultery. Because as soon as you do that, guess what's supposed to happen? You're supposed to die. Easy. Right there and then. As soon as a woman goes with another man, or a man gets another man's woman, all right, they supposed to perish. If that law is still in effect, how many people you think will actually be out here hoeing like this or committing adultery? Not too many, because they'll be fearing for their life. And this is why the scriptures tell you to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because you can get into situations where, now that you know the truth, you get into a situation where the Most High could jack you up because you know better, man. You know better. So at the end of the day, man, like I said, you just got to be smart around these women. You know, just be careful. Like I said, don't tell them everything. You know, don't be out here falling for them like this, because this is crazy. But you know, just be safe, man, because hey, they wild out here. They are wild, and they just looking for blood at this point. They just want to find pleasure, and they looking for blood and money. These women are animals, man. So just be careful and leave the crazy ones alone. All right. You know, to the sisters that's listening, you know, shalom to you all, because there are sisters that do listen to the videos, and you know, they're learning, and they're understanding what their role is, and they're doing what they're supposed to do. All right. But for the majority, we already know the majority of the women, they're not gonna make it, man. They not gonna make it. But that's how it's supposed to be. So like I said, just be safe. You'll be all right. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.